Virgo, I just finished filming your video. Thank you so much. This is Readings of Luz. These are your cards that we got for tonight. The top 3 are your oracle cards as a general for 2022. And then the bottom 4 are a January reading. I'm really thankful for all the messages that came through. Just know that I love you. You are loved. You are not judged. I'm always listening with you. And I'm looking forward to talk to you soon. Let's get started. Hi Virgo, thank you for being here. This is your general reading for 2022 along with a January reading. We will be starting off with the Dark Mare Oracle deck. This deck, I'll read from the book. I'll read the stage you might find yourself in, and I'm talking about your shadow, the shadow that's clinging onto you, the shadow that is taking the most energy out of you. What stage they're in right now, along with a sentence, a quote to really describe the card, along with a mini paragraph, just a mini little paragraph. So what dark shadow, Virgo, do you think is taking a lot of your energy right now? We got fragmentation. Number 27. This card is, I feel like you're at the last stages of this. This isn't something that, I'm trying to have it focus, but I guess not. There it is. Look how beautiful that is. And 7 plus 2, 9. When I think of 9, I think of the future. Makes me think of the future, and I think perhaps that's what's been very difficult. Your future self, you know, either it being your worst enemy or just not being able to connect to it enough. We'll read what the book has to say. So the stage you might find yourself in is anger. When rage is projected inward, destruction joins confusion and we break. If I were to cut off my legs, would I still be me? If I were to carve out my heart, would I still be me? If my flesh would turn into stone, if my lungs were emptied of air, if my dream to fly were to be forced in chains and hanged out like an expired balloon, would I still be me? I fought and lost, broken, beyond recognition, not by the shallow sight of bystanders who can pity but who can't understand. I cannot even recognize myself. Through the sobs, through the tears, and when silence finally comes, through the empty emotions and the conventional smiles. Who did this to me? I did, maybe. Maybe not. What is broken can be mended, not so that it returns whole, but at least until it tells his name anew, my name. And who will do that to me? I will. What is rage? What is anger? Most people would be like, oh, well, when you can't have your way, when you lose patience, when, you know. But no, what is the actual emotion? And when me personally, and before I continue, Virgo, just know that I don't judge you. When I'm channeling truth, when I'm channeling love and light and truth, balance, I'm listening too. But this makes me think of anger, right? Well, because the stage is anger, and I think about it, and every time I see anger, I can't help but feel like behind the anger is sadness. And that is a symptom of depression. Anger, it's a symptom of depression. Maybe that's why I have a lot of anger issues, and I think I get them from my dad. I love my dad. And maybe I get them from my mom too. I shouldn't just put it on my dad, but you know, now that I'm older, I understand that it just comes from unhappiness. Go ahead and mourn all you need, Virgo, with what 2021 entailed, you know, and what we had to, what's in the past, you know, not necessarily what we had to walk away from, but what we passed by. And it was a whole year, and the years before that one. And it's like, now that it's a new year, it's frustrating. It's frustrating to have to start over. But just know that you're only frustrated and angry because you're sad that you have to start over. Everything happens for a reason, Virgo, and you know this. And I know a part of me feels clearly that you know this. That this is part of life. You know, starting anew. That nothing is permanent. And everything has a lesson, a reason. You know that. And I sense that that is the battle that you're constantly in. Of either accepting it and not letting it fucking make you mad, or being mad. Let's get a Lemurian card. The Lemurian deck is awesome because the author, Izzy, she and the artist channels Lemurians. And Lemurians are literally light beings of light and love. And she channels them, creates them, you know. She somewhat comprehends what they would look like. I don't think we would comprehend what they look like, because they're the actual frequency of light and love. So it doesn't look human, you know? So they have a solution to every hiccup, to every addiction, to every issue, to anything negative. Let's see what we need from the Lemurians. What the Lemurians have to say. We got the number 35. Wait. Please, love, please focus. There it is. Look how beautiful that is. Wow. Lumen Essence. Lumen Essence. 5 plus 3, 8. 8 can represent infinity, or it can literally represent that conversation you have right before you're about to leap, right before you're just gonna go for something and see if it's good or not. And it can be scary, it can be tiring, it can be, but I can't help but feel like if you see this card, she has in her heart, you know, she has her heart open here, and she has both of her hands as portals, with what she does with the hands, how she works with the hands, what she creates with the hands, and it's all coming from her heart. So it's either when you're talking to people, working with people, loving people, and not only that, but with yourself, most importantly. How are you taking care of yourself? And I think right now, because of the new year, it's a great time to really take the time to figure that out. How do you take care of yourself? How does Virgo want to feel taken care of, safe, at peace? Not, you know, what Virgo's parents or friends or siblings or family or a job, what they want for Virgo. No, what does Virgo need to do with their hands? What do they need to do? What do they need to create? What do they need to harness to take care of themselves? And how to do that, Virgo, is all channeling your heart chakra. Okay, you know, we definitely have the heart chakra, and it's one of the most powerful chakras we have in the body, along with the third eye and the crown. But I'd say it's the most vital. And if you can't recognize what's you and what's your heart, take your time. There is no rush. Literally, we're still in the beginning of January. Like, take your time. Let's see what the life purpose angels have to tell you, along with the Lemurians, because angels are in heaven, right? And they're in that frequency of love and light. So what's a good hobby or craft you can work on that can help you channel more of that heart of yours? Why do I feel like some of you already do this? Books. You connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. So this can go many ways with books. The angels are trying to tell you, hey, reading is great. Because, I mean, just the benefits of reading, gaining knowledge, being able to escape reality, being able to be someone else because of a book. Or, like I said, knowledge, just gaining so much knowledge based off of different subjects. But not only reading, but writing as well. I was just talking to I want to say Taurus, your sister sign, and I was telling them that you don't have to write a book to write. You can literally write a sentence and that's it. That's all you need for the day. Just write a sentence. But writing every day, or free writing, where it's just automatic writing, where you don't stop moving your hand, you just keep writing and not judging yourself for it, just going back and maybe editing it. Being like, oh wow, that came out of me, let me cross it out and let me tell myself what I truly want what truly resonates to me. Because we have so many things and thoughts and frequencies going on within us, and it's hard to distinguish which one is ours because of conditionings in life and society. To the actual reading, Virgo, for January. So that was more of the oracle cards were more of that general 2022, which is beautiful. We saw your shadow, which is, you know, having anger issues because the moment we think we know who we are, then something happens and then we realize that wasn't us, you know? And then that's your shadow, right? And being angry about that. And then being angry, the shadow is being angry at not knowing, essentially, not knowing who you are. Because if you knew who you are, nothing would shake your foundation. And that's you know, a learning process. And I think the Lemurians are telling you, hey, you have a light within you and you can illuminate those around you by simply being yourself. And if you're still trying to figure out how to do that, read. And I feel like you do that already, or if you did, do it again and write. Free writing. Google and look up tips in how to free write. But I digress. Let us move on to January. So there's a room, and there's a table in the middle of the room, Virgo, and on one side is you, and on the other side is a noun. And on this table is what both of you are bringing, you know, here and now. Here and now. January. So first card is you, Virgo. Here and now. Came up literally upright. 4 of Cups. Some of you can see this, his face and feel what he's feeling. What do you think he's feeling? Also, he has 3 cups in front of him, and the 4th popping, you know, out of straight manifestation from the universe. But the cups represent feelings, belief systems, emotions. And he has his arms crossed. He's sitting under the tree, and I'm getting a mixture of him being like, yeah, I have these 3 cups, and sure, I can feel like this, and I can feel like that, sure. But I'm angry. And then there's a part of you that's like, yeah, sure, I can feel like that, and I can feel like this, and sure, I already feel like this, and this is who I am, but I'm sad. And it's like that conversation, you know, and it's not like if you have these moments, I think you've been carrying this feeling for a while, and it's almost like just like a Zen state because it feels safe. And this theme has been happening with a lot of people, not just you, Virgo. This theme of realizing how, because it feels safe, we tend to stick to habits that don't serve us. And that's what I'm sensing here. That's where you are here and now. You're seeing what is available. You are being aware of how you feel and what's around you, and somehow still there's anger and sadness. Sorry, I need something to drink. Now, on the other side, we have the noun. We know where you are, but on the other side, there's a noun. So where's the noun here and now? Not with you, just where are they? And this noun can be you as well if you're single. Or it can be a place, another person, you know, or a thing. Where, and this noun is taking a lot of your energy, whether you like it or not. What is Virgo's noun for January here? We got the Page of Pentacles. Whatever this is, they are struggling too, but not in the same ways as that whole depression and anger. But it can be very easy to feed off of each other, you know, because they are at the end of the day still struggling just like you in this emotional way. But instead, they've gotten really good at, you know, handling their emotions somewhat. And they're able to always start new beginnings for themselves. They're always able to see a new beginning for themselves, a new routine, a new partner, a replacement, a new beginning. They're always really quick to see that for themselves, and not realizing that being very quick in replacing what was not there, or what was lost, or what hasn't been there in a while, like a relationship, a job, hobby, whatever. But something here in the real world, they're not realizing that being so quick on moving on and not taking the time to process is keeping them stuck from fully experiencing an opportunity, because it seems like every time there's an opportunity, something comes up. Now, we know where the noun is. We know where you are. What are some composite energies here? What happens when both of you come together here in January? What happens when both of these energies are having a conversation? We have the Ten of Swords. Like I said, feeding off of each other. Feeling like, well, fuck it, you know? It's like, man, life is hard and I'm mad about it and sad. Yeah, but we can have new beginnings. Look, we can have new beginnings. Let's get over the fact that we have so much pain, and let's just fucking forget all about it. It's all about, something's, you know what's more important? Money's more important. You know what's more important? A new job. You know what's more important? Newer clothes. You know what's more important? Your status. And it's like, instead of being so quick to both of you, instead of you seeing that, you see it as like you're just stuck in that depression mode. If anything, it's just, it kind of just makes you see what you're lacking. Man, I don't have that. I don't have that, but I don't have that though. And then the other is seeing how someone is so depressed and angry, and that feeds them to believe that that's why they should focus on the material. And it brings both of you into this Ten of Sword energy, which is, fuck it, life sucks. Life sucks, and truly meaning it. That's what's so dark and sad about this. Meaning it. Yeah, life sucks. It's all about pain. That's what life is about. And it's like, no. Both of you are only kidding yourselves. Both of you are only telling yourselves this because you think you deserve this. But this year is different. And both of you know it. This year is different. I think both of you have reached that peak of just, okay, what if we kind of just stop seeing myself like this? And this is for both parties. This is for the light and the dark. This is for the dark and the light. This is for both parties. We all have light and dark within us. So if it's someone else, it's them too, and all of who they are. And if it's just you, then it's you. You're light and dark. And it's like, no more. Okay, dark, we got it, but I'm kind of tired. I think it's time to balance the good. I think I kind of went overboard with the bad, and I think with the bad, it's stinking thinking, how Minnow, I forgot what his YouTube page, but he says that. He says stinking thinking. And it's when we're just in that negative talk, negative headspace. What's some advice here for Virgo with this whole situation? Some advice here. You know what? It won't be from this deck. It'll be from the Zen deck, which is similar like the one we're using now, but more modern and Zen. What's some advice here for Virgo in their situation with their noun and their shadow? We got Three of Pentacles. Guidance. You know, in the other tarot deck, this card, it shows three human beings and they're working together as a team and they're getting stuff done. One has the instructions, one is, you know, giving the directions, while the other, I want to make sure this is, sorry about that, I was getting a call. But yeah, and they're all working together. They're all working as a team, you know. They have nothing to hide. They have utmost, like the most trust and faith in each other to get this done, whatever it is that they're trying to, the goal, you know. And the universe is saying, hey, who is your team? If you're alone, perhaps it's your lightness, darkness, your higher self, the masculine, feminine, higher self, the yin yang, higher self. Or is it you, with your forces, along with two other people or another person in a place? It can be a thing, it can be a person in a habit, it can be, you know what I mean? Switch it up. The universe is saying, find your holy trinity, find your foundation, and take your time with it. Don't take forever, because we're talking about your team here. We're talking about your principles, your foundation, your character, who you want to be. Take your time. Take your time. I hope this helped. I love you. You are loved. And I'll talk to you soon so we can, grow and continue to chat together. Have a good night. Well, it's night here, so you know what I mean. Bye. Mwah.